Jesus Christ, take 3. My mom's gonna be awake by the time I finish recording this. And she's gonna be looking at me like I'm gonna come out there to get a drink of water, and she's gonna look at me like, do I need to take you to a mental institution? But so, today we're gonna talk about Ray's backstory. One sec, let me take a drink. Oh, I spelled it. So, when Ray was about 5, his mother was beaten to death. And his dad was like, dude, come with me, small child. I will take you to a wonderful place where we're going to stick needles in your skin and turn you part demon. Inject demon blood into your body. Which is actually something they did, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, yeah, he got there. He was like 5, 6, and then 7. Didn't know what was going on. Didn't understand why they were all being so mean and being a bitch. But, like, he knew this girl there. Her name was Becca. I was watching the show that I can't remember the name of. It has Catbug in it, and it was just like, Rebecca! And so I was like, yeah, let's name this girl Becca. And so she was there. She was a boy. He was a girl. So she was there. And she was actually part, well, they like injected her with something, and she grew wings, like eagle wings. Very slowly and painfully, and it was very bloody. And when they went over to check on her after she was done screaming her lungs out, she was bleeding, like, everywhere. She didn't have a pulse. She was, like, pale. So they were like, okay, go throw her out back. And so they did. But she was actually alive. And she flew away. And she found someone. She's with a girl now that's, like, her bestie. And they're all doing fine right now. So he's there. And a couple days, well, years, actually, when he was about 10, no, he was like 8, actually. He was like 8 or 9 or 10, somewhere around that area. Let's just say 9 for now. They caught a demon kid, and they took some of his blood, and then took away some of Ray's blood, and put it into him. Like, they put the demon's blood into Ray, then they kept Ray's blood for testing. Ray's normal blood. Ray was, I should probably explain the necklace quick, just so it makes sense why he didn't die. Ray's mom was a sorceress, and she's like a witch, a good witch, I guess, a wizard, however you want to say it. I don't know. However you want to put it is fine, but, I'm not very good with that stuff, so. She gave him this necklace, and so he's like, what's this? And she's like, you don't know it yet, but you're very special, and I'm going to be gone soon. She didn't want to say die, because he was only 5, and so he gave it to her. I mean, she gave it to him, and put it on his neck. Now, for the girl version, it's pink. For the boy version, it's like a reddish, light reddish tint. It glows whenever something important happens. Like, if you've seen Sophia the First, this is a horrible example for it, so I'm going to use a Disney show, I guess. Sophia the First. Her necklace, like, if she does a good deed, she'll be rewarded with, like, a power. Like how she helped the mermaid, and she got a mermaid tail and everything. How she helped an animal, and she got to talk to animals. Kind of like that, but it's more like when he's doing a good deed, the power comes on. Sort of. Like, if he is helping someone, or like a very sick child, singing them to sleep, then it'll glow with like this small like visual in white of like a music note, I guess. You've probably seen that one picture I made for Roxy. that's how you pronounce it. I hope it is. I hope I don't seem rude if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I just don't know how to pronounce names. So, yeah. Basically, he can do magic. He can only do a little magic, and it comes on kind of like without him knowing. Like, he can't control it very well. He, like, yeah, that's why he didn't die when he was injected with demon blood. So, yeah. He got his eye, actually. I was waiting to talk about this. You've probably seen in most of my recent pictures, this is the reason why I'm explaining it, that when he or she is crying, that it's red and sort of like dripping out of the eye thing, because it's like kind of gathering up at the bottom, and then it's like you can't hold it anymore, so it'll be like, yeah, basically. Oh, and actually, this character came from a dream I had, and he was originally a boy, but I didn't want to lose my practice in drawing girls, so I made him a girl. So that's why sometimes he's a boy, sometimes he's a girl, because I need to practice drawing girls sometimes. Yeah, basically. He's got the eye, which is black in the background. He cries red. It's like blood, but it's not as thick as blood. It's more like tears, but it's red and metallic. That's a pretty good explanation for it. Yeah. He has pointed ears. Simple as that. Sort of like fangs, I guess. You can't see, but I'm like putting my finger in my mouth and messing with my canines that are like cavities, because I'm horrible at taking care of my teeth. Yeah. What else? Oh, you've probably seen the scar on his neck. He has the ability to hide it. Sometimes I draw it in, sometimes I don't. He hides it because he doesn't want Al to see it. He met. Let's talk about the story about Al right now. How we met Al in my headcanon. This is my headcanon, not Alan. Al/Allie's character producer, I guess you could call it, and I haven't talked about it. I don't want to reveal her name because I feel like that'd be rude if she doesn't want people to know her name. So, my headcanon for it was that while, and you can, I'm just going to call her Al, because that's the character I'm referring to basically, and Al, you can change this however you want. It's your headcanon too. You have your own headcanon, I have my headcanon. And we could probably like work on a story together for it, but you know what I'm talking about. My OTP and stuff. So, not Matt, what am I talking about? I was just thinking of a video I saw about headcanons, Hetalia and stuff. I'm obsessed with Hetalia, I can't help it. Ray, while he was escaping, he met Al, sort of like at the side of a lake, just like with a bunch of other kids, sort of, just like there. Oh, and when he escaped, he was like 12, when Ray escaped. And Al saw him hiding behind a tree. He was like scared, because there's all these kids here and he doesn't know who they are. So Al went over by him and was like, here, why don't you borrow my spare eye patch I keep, just in case. And so he put it on him, and he took Al back to the cabin that the kids were staying in for the field trip, and gave him a change of clothes, and sort of took him over to the teacher, and was like, this kid was a new student, but his parents brought him here because the school wasn't there, and they already paid for the field trip and everything. And she's like, oh, okay. She doesn't question it because she sees that the kid was crying and how, like, beaten and worn down he looks. And she wants to help him too, but she doesn't want to say anything that'll, like, make the kid feel like he's in danger. After a while, they sort of, like, grew up together and joked around. Ray started playing the piano and the violin. Al plays the bass. And no one really gets to hear it often, but Ray loves singing and playing the piano. So he'll be playing the piano, and he'll start singing. And sometimes Al hears it, because he'll be, like, looking for him during lunch break, and he's normally either in the arts or the music room, practicing. So he goes over there, and he's like, oh, baby, this is beautiful. And he... I'm sorry. So yeah, basically there's that, and they like, yeah, they're like baes, they're like BFFs, and they're adorable, and I ship them together so much. And Al is actually pretty protective of Ray, because he wants to make sure that he's safe. Because Al has been through some tough shit. And he knows that Ray has too, but he doesn't want Ray to go through, like, tormenting and, like, bullying that he went through as a child. Like, all the creepy stares and everything. Even though he did a pretty good job of hiding it by, like, sort of taping his mouth shut from the inside, like the other half of his... You can't really see, but I'm, like, pinching my cheeks. My face cheeks, not my butt cheeks. And... I can't believe I just said that. So, like, that area where the extra part of the mouth is, that kind of looks monsterish, he sort of, like, duct taped it. And people would be very confused about it. But then he would be like, you know, I feel like people would be... I'd rather people feel confused and a bit weirded out by this, by them thinking that I'm just a weird child, than them thinking that I'm a monstrosity that should be burned at the stake. So basically that happened. And yeah. Al doesn't know, but Ray actually lives under the stars, basically. He has, like, this tree that he sleeps at. Al eventually finds out, and is like, you're coming with me, bitch. It's just like, come on, let's go. And even though going through all that as a kid, Ray is, like, a giant jokester. He is really, really shy. But, like, if he's around someone he really trusts, like Al, he's like, I don't know what that was, I'm sorry. Yeah. I think I've covered everything. Oh yeah, and I wanted to say at the end of this, if you want me to sing, I'll sing. But I don't want you to, like, click on it and be like, ah, my ears. I have very low self-confidence, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's everything, I think. Yeah. I already said that Ray likes arts and crafts, right? That he's a very creative person and stuff like that. He's, like, an artist, and he, like, sells his paint to be able to buy his paintings, not his paint. He couldn't live without his paint. He's like, my babies. So he, like, yeah. When Al takes him in, he actually, for his birthday, bought him, oh, balls. I accidentally opened something. He actually bought him a, drawing pad, like a digital drawing pad, like an iPad. I use an iPad to draw. If you all were wondering what I use an iPad. The most recent picture I used a laptop to draw for. I used DeviantArt Miro, the Mermaid AU. Just the drawing, though, not like when the questions were asked and stuff. Like the first drawing where it's colored and stuff. Yeah. The rest were on the iPad. Oh, wait, no, not the one where the Anon asked about asking Merman Oliver for help. That one was on the computer, too. The rest is the iPad. Yeah. Think that's everything. So, have a good day, I guess. And bye-bye. Whoa, 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 stop it.